We follow the very exact and same recipe that they used to have. So with the recipe, it's perhaps quite interesting to know that in the dough, when it's being prepared, there is no eggs or milk in it, for example. There's also no yeast. So when we are preparing the dough, we put inside the white flavor and chestnut honey as a main ingredient. That's why basically they should be not called gingerbread but honey bread.
Yeah, and you don't want to tell too much about the ingredients because it's a kind of a secret too, isn't it?
Exactly, it's traditionally so,
yeah.
but I didn't even start actually.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's true that by the tradition back in 18th and 19th century, especially here in Slovenia and also elsewhere around here, gingerbread making was one of the most widespread craft of that time, even more than, for example, blacksmith and so on. Yeah? So that's why they started to hide the recipes among each other, so that they were not developing too much of the competition. Yeah? And then eventually also they started to demand the certificates for baking and so on. And this is also how the story of this house started. In 1766, Jakob Krivits came to this house. He was the one who got married here, but he was also the one who had the certificate of an allowance to bake the gingerbreads, and that's how it started. So we still follow the exact same recipe that they have at that time, and by that also that means that when the dough is prepared, we have to give him a rest. Like that, at least 10 days, 10 to 14 days. So we only have these doughs prepared for daily production for each and every day ahead here. Huh? So they wait for their turn, and when they're ready, they're being rolled through here, and then the dough is being spread on this table, and afterwards we start to cutting it into different kinds of shapes and pieces. Cookies.
Also on request, right?
Sure. Yeah, custom made and so on. We do lots of them. And yeah, then we of course put them into the baking, into the oven, only for about 10 to 15 minutes at 180 degrees, and then the cookies are ready. Yeah. At that time, it smells quite nice here in this place. And some of them we also immediately wrap, like this one, who are still soft and very nice to taste. They are sweet by taste. Others are being left here, put here to dry out, and became really hard. And then when they became hard after a day, this is one of
them. They get the makeup.
They get the makeup, exactly. Perfect. And with that makeup or decoration, that's the second part of the production, which, as you can see now, Martina is the one who's doing this part. And now, first, of course, we have to color them. And then afterwards they're being decorated, and as far as the decoration is concerned, it's also edible. That means you see the flowers here, and also this decoration which is put on here right now. Everything is eatable, and it's from potato starch and sugar. So basically also cookies now being wrapped like that, they are eatable, they are sweet by taste.